over the place. We're online.
Okay. First of all, I want to introduce myself. I go by Stallion. I'm with the resource magazine, ImperialHustle.com. Today, I have the great pleasure of speaking with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Freeway Ricky Ross. Rick, how you feeling today, brother?
I'm super, man. Everything is coming along just like it should. I've been doing my thing, man. Just enjoying my freedom, and it's wonderful to be free. A lot of people really don't know what that means, and I ain't talking about free from incarceration behind bars, because as we would say in jail, there was people out on the street that had handcuffs around their mind, and to have a free mind, man, is a wonderful thing.
That's a good thing to hear. That sounds like something positive. I mean, I know you got a lot of projects, everything from social networks to TV shows to movies, and I definitely want to talk about all that in a minute. But first, we want to talk about the man. I mean, we all know your life's been a movie in the making, and, at what age did you really realize your path was going to be different from everybody else's?
Well, everybody wants to be different from a child. Everybody wants to be special. And I always felt that somehow, some way I was going to be somebody of means. Nobody wants to be a nobody, a lump on the log. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to hear their name called and be recognized. And from a child, those are the things that I always wanted. And those were the things that I dreamed about. I had no idea how that would come by for me, because I had some handicaps when I was growing up. I didn't learn how to read until I was 28 years old, sitting in a federal prison.
Right. I mean, can you describe the conditions that led you to become one of the most notorious hustlers in America here?
Well, I always had that drive to be something, man, and like I said, I always wanted to be somebody special. I wanted to make something out of myself. I wanted my mom to be proud of me. I wanted my friends to be proud of me. And it just happened to be that path I took, what I thought was my first opportunity was drugs. And in our community, there's not many products that we can get a market advantage on. What I mean by that, you can't go to Maytag and tell them, can you get a discount on washers and dryers? Can you get them at wholesale so you can sell them at retail? They don't hardly give us those type of breaks. So the type of breaks that we normally get, sad as it is the drug game. And that's why so many of our young, brilliant, because when I speak of other drug dealers, I like to speak of them as brilliant because when I look at them and I just marvel at the progress they made, guys like Big Meech and Young Tommy from L.A. and Harry O. and just so many of them, Aaron Jones from Philadelphia, Larry Hoover from Chicago, man. When you see the mastermind that went to put these type of organizations together, man, you just have to marvel at what if, somebody would have pointed them in a different direction and use that brilliance something other than drugs.
No, I agree. I mean, it's capitalism. You're doing an American dream. These business people on the other side, they're really not much better. You're just marketing. Everything's about sales, and that was the product you were selling. At what point did you actually realize you created like an empire, where you were bringing in some money? When did you realize, like, hey, I made it?
Well, you know what? I knew that I was bringing in quite a bit of money. When you start bringing in, $300,000 and $400,000 a day, you're saying, hey, that's a lot of money. But then when you start bringing in $1 million a day and $2 and $3 million a day, you start to say, wow.
I believe it. The justice system, they want to go ahead and label you a drug trafficker. They went ahead and tried to sentence you to 20 years in prison. But they failed to identify the actual sources that help you become who you were. I mean, can you actually tell me?
They know who they are. They ain't failed to recognize.
That's what I'm trying to ask you about the CIA's involvement and, you know, the whole entire Iran-Contra affair. I know, you know, I hear about names about Oliver North. He has a TV show. You're doing time in jail. Gary Webb went ahead and, you know, wrote those articles that I know definitely helped get that out there, you know, with the connection and Danilo Blandon. Can you give us a little bit on that?
Well, you know, Gary Webb got killed, shot himself in the, they say he shot himself in the head twice, right, with a shotgun.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know all the evidence, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, you shoot yourself in the head twice with a